Yo, what's up guys? Teacher Paul here, and today we are reacting to Luxembourg. If you want to request a video, click over here or buy me a coffee, link is in the description. And thank you for your support. Okay, so this is a video called Why Does Luxembourg Exist? And I will be frank with you. I only found out about Luxembourg recently. I thought it was, I didn't know it was Europe, honestly, at first. And then when I looked into it, it actually is, I think, a very wealthy country where the per capita is the highest in the world. That's the only thing I know about Luxembourg. And here on the channel, I have reacted to Eurovision of Luxembourg, but as I said, only recently I have started reacting to Eurovision. I think it was 2022. I didn't even know that was a real competition because I had watched a movie with Will Ferrell called Eurovision, and I had no idea that was actually a real competition until I looked it up. So this channel is called History Matters, and it's talking about why does Luxembourg exist. So here on the channel, we are reacting to all the Benelux countries. So it's Belgium, Netherlands, and Luxembourg. And I feel I haven't done a lot about Luxembourg. So I'm trying to put at least a video out there of each country for this channel. And if you guys want to show me more about Luxembourg, let me know in the comments or request a video. That's the easiest way to get me to learn about your country. But here we go. Let's go. Why does Luxembourg exist? I know absolutely nothing about it. I've never seen pictures of Luxembourg, to be honest with you. But I don't want to make it as, listen guys, listen. I don't want to seem as if it's something that is bad. That's not the thing. It's just that it never crossed my radar. Not in a bad way. I know that you guys are proud of your country. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that you guys, are unpopular. I'm just saying I myself, I didn't know.
Luxembourg. It's a nation
my
which
fault.
sits in an important location between the French, German and Dutch-speaking worlds. It's also not a very large country with a very small population.
Whoa. Okay, so you guys are in between, okay, so you're in the heart of Europe. Dang, man, how did I not know this? I'm sorry. Again, it's not your fault, it's my fault.
Worlds. It's also not a very large country with a very small population, especially when compared to the major nations and kingdoms which have flanked it throughout its life. This raises an obvious question. Why does Luxembourg exist and why wasn't it incorporated into its larger neighbours? So, Luxembourg has been geographically important since the Middle Ages, back when it was a duchy and a part of the Holy Roman Empire. As of 1475, Luxembourg was in a union with the Duchy of Burgundy, and it was ruled by a man called Charles the Bold, whom the King of France was not a fan of due to Charles's immense influence there. In 1477...
Interesting, because we have Charles the Bold here in the UK.
In 1477, Charles did the French king a solid and died, and it took a whole 6 seconds for France to pounce and take these lands.
Dang.
To protect the remainder, Charles's sole heir, Mary, was married to the future Holy Roman Emperor Maximilian Habsburg. The remaining areas were consolidated and Luxembourg was incorporated into what's called the Habsburg Netherlands. These remained under the direct control of the Holy Roman Emperor until the 16th century, when Charles V abdicated the throne, giving them to Spain. It wasn't long until the Dutch decided that this arrangement wasn't for them, and so off they went, leaving Luxembourg as a part of the remaining Spanish Netherlands. In the 17th century, war with France saw Luxembourg shrink again, and after the War of the Spanish Succession, it got handed over to Austria. And it remained with Austria until the French Revolution and its subsequent incorporation into the First French Republic in 1795. In the following 2 decades, there was a lot of war,
everybody wanted a piece
Napoleon,
of
the Holy
Austria,
Roman Empire was dissolved, and when the dust settled, Luxembourg's future was decided by the victors at the Congress of Vienna. Here, several things happened to Luxembourg. First, it came under the rule of William I, the king of the brand new United Kingdom of the Netherlands, and entered into a personal union with it. Second, it lost this territory to Prussia. Third, it was brought into the German Confederation, the sort of successor to the Holy Roman Empire, which gave it a sort of mixed constitution, with the nation being ran by William's Dutch administrators and defended or occupied by Prussian troops. And
well, there are 2 reasonings. Either nobody wanted Luxembourg, they're like pushing it to each other, or everybody wanted Luxembourg and they were fighting for it. So either one or the 2 is real.
Fourth, to make up
But I think everybody wanted it. That's it.
After all of this, the Duchy of Luxembourg became the Grand Duchy of Luxembourg, because that way William couldn't complain. Now, it wasn't long until the United Kingdom of the Netherlands broke up, with Belgium leaving and taking this massive chunk of Luxembourg with it, giving it its modern borders. It stayed under the control of the Dutch king, who soon found himself in serious financial problems. To the rescue came Napoleon III, who in 1867 offered him a bunch of cash for Luxembourg, which he accepted. Now, Otto von Bismarck, the Chancellor of the North German Confederation, objected. To prevent war, Britain and Russia arbitrated and came up with a solution. This saw Luxembourg remain independent and further declare itself to be forever neutral. It would remain under the control of the Dutch monarchy.
So it's still neutral?
The North German troops would withdraw, and in return Berlin would get extra economic concessions. Luxembourg would continue to be ruled by the Dutch monarchy until Wilhelmina took the throne in 1890. The Grand Duchy didn't permit for women in its line of succession, and so it went to Adolf of Nassau. This state of now independent neutrality remained until 1914, when German troops invaded and World War I. After the war, the Entente didn't really know what to do with Luxembourg, except for the Belgians, who really wanted to annex it. The French said no, and the remaining members reaffirmed Luxembourgish neutrality in 1920, which would last a whopping 20 years. This time, when the Germans came knocking for a second time, Luxembourg wasn't just occupied, but also incorporated into Germany itself. This, of course, wouldn't last because Germany lost the Second World War and Luxembourg was restored, and it would remain independent to this day. Although it would renounce its permanent neutrality and became a member of NATO and the European Economic Community shortly afterwards. And that is how Luxembourg still exists. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and a special thanks to my patrons: James Bizanet, The Pastry Section, Danny Maloney, Marvin Cassow, Kelly Moneymaker, Rob Waterhouse, John Bizquez, Mo, James Castaneda.
Well, is he going to say all of them? Dang. Okay. So guys, go support the channel if you want to. You know, he makes a bunch of great videos. This is the channel History Matters. Link is in the description, as always, if you want to watch it without my commentary, without my reaction. And honestly, like it feels like everybody wanted a piece of Luxembourg, and then it just became, you know, an independent country. So yeah, very interesting how it jumped from country to country. But I think, so what is the main language there? It must be a mix, right? It must be something like Switzerland, where you have a little bit of French, you have a little bit of German, you have a little bit, right? And do you guys have English as well as a first language, as a main language? Whoa, I just Googled Luxembourg, and beautiful pictures here. You guys have 668,000 as a population? Dang, okay. That is quite small. What I was looking for, language, okay. Okay, so you have your own language, Luxembourgish, German, and French. Ah, I was right, you know. So you're telling me that Luxembourg is like a hidden gem? Dang, it's beautiful. Oh my goodness. Okay, let me just pull this up. Look at this. Is it too expensive to visit? Oh, wait. That's the same picture. Okay. Okay, I think this is at night, maybe. But still, the natural one looks beautiful as well. Oh, wow. Look at this. Dang. It looks like a very calm place. Although it feels like there's only one picture. Is this the whole city? Or is this the main part of the city? And you guys get snow too. Dang, what is that? Is that a castle? Wow. Luxembourg is beautiful. This is definitely like, see, it's the same picture. Best time to visit Luxembourg. Wow, look at this. If I show this to my wife, she's gonna love it. Oh, look at this picture. Oh, no, that's AI. Wow. So beautiful, guys. Why is it I'm sorry. I feel bad that, you know, I didn't know anything about Luxembourg before going into this video. Do you guys have any big cultural significance, or like do you guys produce movies, or do people film in Luxembourg? Is there any film that was filmed there, or do you guys have like music? Nah, that's fake, isn't it? That looks like Sydney. Of course, you guys have music. What I'm saying is that anything that I should know about, because honestly, like I might be ignorant, but I'm curious. I'm not ignorant. I like studying. It's just that I grew up so far away from Europe, and I know that a lot of people think that European history is like the most important in the world, which may be, but why is it more important than other parts of the world? You know what I'm saying? So it's not that I grew up being ignorant and dumb towards education. No, it just means that I was focused. My education was focused on other areas and other parts. I wasn't very good at geography, although I was very curious about it. Nowadays, I would say I'm actually not bad at geography, especially because of my channels. And it's not like I didn't know Luxembourg existed. It's just that I don't know anything about it, until I opened this channel. And there are some countries out there that we don't know exists. So yeah, I'm sorry for that, but I am here, and I want to give more attention to all the countries that this channel is supposed to, to be covering, which is the DACH-Benelux countries. That includes Germany, Austria, Switzerland, Belgium, Netherlands, and Luxembourg. So if you are watching from Luxembourg, let me know in the comments down below. And yeah, if you want to request a video, then go over to Buy Me a Coffee. Link is in the description, or click over here, or watch my Luxembourg playlist, which I'm gonna fill it up. Thank you guys. Take care. Bye bye.